An update now on an aging beauty in Nanaimo who's been under the weather lately, and now it looks as though she has come completely undone. The historic Bastion was suffering from a few too many winter storms. Much of the wood was rotting and the whole structure had developed quite a list. Well, now the restoration work is well underway. In fact, the Bastion is virtually dismantled. A&E's Mid-Island Bureau Chief Jonathan Bartlett has the story. He joins us now with that. Jonathan.
Hudson, it comes as a bit of a shock if you haven't seen it for a while. Almost all the wooden timbers have been painstakingly removed. The Bastion looks almost naked.
The firing of the old cannon is a noon fixture in Nanaimo. The time-honored tradition takes place in the shadow of the Bastion, an historic structure that is looking a little exposed.
It's looking very exposed, actually. I'm quite surprised.
And so are a lot of people. The Bastion is being systematically dismantled, piece by piece. It's all part of an extensive restoration project.
Every piece of wood is numbered, and so they have, charts and drawings, but every wood is numbered, and then they determine whether or not it needs to be repaired. If it does, then it goes back to the shop in Cobble Hill. If it doesn't, it stays on site.
In the last few years, rot has been discovered in some of the hand-hewn timbers, causing the structure to lean slightly.
The wood rot was discovered at every level, on the first level, the second level, and the third level. So to be able to attend to every wall log that is affected, you had to take it all out.
The Bastion was built in 1853 by the Hudson's Bay Company to protect coal interests in the area. Restoration work has been done before with limited success. The latest restoration project has been recently extended by 4 weeks. The roof will now be removed as well to gain access to some unsightly metal beams.
It's something that's commented on almost every time a visitor comes in there, that, it's great in here, but what about those steel beams?
We're going to internalize the beams and have the original wood beams exposed.
Funding for the project has come partly from local donations, the city of Nanaimo, and the original builders of the Bastion.
The city, of course, is the overseer of all of this, so they were willing to pick up the slack on whatever wasn't raised. But we were fortunate enough to raise about $140,000, $80,000 from Hudson's Bay Company, $50,000 from Mr. Sidney Sharman, $10,000 from the Nanaimo Lions Club, and then some smaller ones out there. So, yeah, we did very well that way, about $144,000.
To protect her from future winter storms, a protective skirt has been devised for the Bastion that she'll wear on the side facing the Georgia Strait during the winter.
It's a drooping skirt that goes around, hangs from the underside of the roof, and basically stops the wind-driven rain from reaching the Bastion.
Ensuring she'll stand proudly for generations to come.
The company doing the timber restoration, McDonald and Lawrence Timber Framing, is also involved in restoring the historic Kinsel Trestle in the Cowichan Valley and Captain Scott's Terra Nova Hut in Antarctica. Hudson?
Fascinating. Interesting to see it stripped down like that, too.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime view of the Bastion.
Well, I'm glad the work's getting underway. Jonathan, thanks.
Thank you.